Hi, I'm Mia Cruz, and I'm your general manager at our sports themed restaurant, The Dugout. I'm here because I understand we need to implement some new policies and procedures into our restaurant for any emergency weather situations that we may have. I know that this was super concerning after our last situation that we just had, where we had extreme power outage, completely lost all of the power in our restaurant. It was really unsafe for our employees, especially our servers, who brought to concern that they did not know how to handle this type of situation with our customers, with our point of sale system not working, not being able to cash out or close out any of tabs left open at the bar and at our tables. Our kitchen staff felt really unsafe since it was a really hazardous environment back there, and especially our customers, as we do not want them to feel as unsafe since they've been with us for so long, since we've been open for such a long time. It would be a really real shame to lose such loyal customers who love coming over to see our come to watch our sports games. Really want to make them feel as safe as possible. Since our main at least my main issue with the power outage is that we do not have any lighting at all. That really causes most of the chaos that happens in the dining room. So what I propose for that situation is to add in some emergency lighting that uses minimal power as possible, and we would be using a emergency generator that we would be putting in the back, where we could have some more power put in. As soon as we lose that power, we get that power back from emergency generator. It's super important that we have our emergency lights not take up too much of that energy, since we will be needing it for other things. Super important. I honestly think that we should have blue lighting to keep it cool and calm, so we have less nerves. It would keep people calm. A red color would feel more of like emergency lighting, like have that more scary feel to it. So we want to make sure to keep people as calm as possible. So we'll have that blue lighting to really keep that cool toned and in that sort of type of emergency. Also with our employees, since they said they did not know how to handle this type of situation, we want to put them immediately into training for these type of emergency situations. Really deal with asserting and keeping order in the room, the dining room, since we were aware that some customers did try to leave without paying the first time. Since our point of sale system wasn't working, we did want to make sure that our employees did know how to handle that. So for that situation, we do want to implement some tablets that will be able to be connected to our main system, be able to pull up those tabs that customers had open and be able to close those out with some card readers attached to the tablet if they did not have any cash ready on hand, and be able to close this out as soon as possible. We want to make sure everybody's calm, let them know that everything is okay, everything's in order. We're going to get them out as soon as possible. Since it is an emergency weather situation, we want to make sure that our customers get home as soon as they can, as safely as they can. We'll be able to let them know where all the emergency exits are, and how we'll be able to package their food, send them home, that if they already had their food served, they would be able to take that home. If they didn't have their food served out to them yet, before the situation happened, before we had that huge power outage, then they would be able to get a coupon reimbursing for just so we can get them back, let them know that we care about them, we want to see them again once we are more calmed down and the weather has relaxed. This would be something like a free appetizer, or buy one get one for your entrees, or maybe just a simple 10% off, 20% off your meal if it was a really serious inconvenience for them. For our kitchen staff, I want to make sure that they are trained in how to deal with these kind of emergency situations, and we knew that their equipment had turned off completely, but for our gas stoves, things that we had mostly with our gas ovens, those things, we want to make sure that all of our kitchen staff knows that we must turn that off with our emergency button that we have that turn on and off the gas into the kitchen. We want to make sure that they know how to completely turn it off and completely shut off the kitchen entirely, so that we are able to safely take things down, put everything into the refrigerator, check the refrigerators and the freezers to make sure that they are still operational after the emergency generator has turned on, and make sure they know how much food is left for the next day, since we may not know when we'll be able to open up again after situations like these. We may not know how long our power will be out, along with our employees in that situation. I understand that you wanted to know what would happen if our employees were not able to proceed with the procedures and the policies that we would have put in place. Mostly I think this would be training. We would really have to train them on how to use these kind of tablets. The tablets would especially be helpful because they'll be able to pull up their tabs from wherever they are, just how many of our fast food friends usually have tablets that are connected to the main system, and to whenever they are taking orders outside, we'll be able to do the same thing but within a restaurant. Be able to pull up whatever we need, cash out from wherever, so whenever the power goes out in the main system, we are still able to continue that, continue paying out, continue seeing everything that we need to do. We'll be able to train our employees on those tablets. We'll be able to train them more in detail on what to do. I do want to make sure that they are first aid and CPR certified, just so if there's any more of a severe emergency, some more severe weather, that they do know how to stay safe. Really having that knowledge in the back of your head makes you feel a bit more secure, a little more in control, if you know how to really take care of the situation, take care of your customers. If anything bad were to happen, you really do feel more at ease that you have more information in the back of your pocket. I also understand you had another question. What would happen if our policies wouldn't work, if they weren't efficient? We of course would want to revise those over and over again. If we were having any more emergency weather situations, we would be able to see like what we can do differently, how we can make it more efficiently, when we close down the store, how can we close down faster, get our employees home safer, make sure that they can get home safer, and really push everything out so that we know that we're not out in this terrible weather as more than we have to be. I really understand for our technology, those things are pretty sound with our lighting, our generators, all of our POS systems. Those things are pretty sound, but for our employees, that's the really thing, like the training would be the most that wouldn't be as efficient. If that were to happen, we could immediately get more training, get more videos training in our tablets. I feel like those are pretty easier situations that we'd be able to solve for our employees. We also be able to hear back from our employees when we have our meetings to see how they would feel a little more safer in these types of situations, how they need to feel more control, what we can do for them, and overall make it a better work environment. We never want our employees to feel like they are ever in any type of danger at all. So I feel like after following these procedures and these policies, we'll have a much more confident staff in our restaurant, and I honestly hope that most of our customers will come back feeling more confident and safe, knowing that we are more in control than we were the last time, so that they continue coming back and we keep that awesome sporty vibe that we've had this whole time, really bringing those customers, because honestly, that since there's had a lot of chaos in the system, we do want to bring back to have our normal, regular reputation of being a fun and awesome place, our family place, so that our customers can come to visit. Well, thank you so much for your time. I will be following up with you, making some more appointments, and I'll schedule some more events or some just regular appointments like we can bring up, so we can talk about how the training went with our employees, how they feel about it, anything different that we can do, any budgeting things with our generators, or our lights, or our construction ideas. I'll make sure that we follow that up with you as much as we can, keep you updated as much. So thank you so much for your time. I'll see you next week, hopefully, for our next meeting. It was great. It was a pleasure being able to speak with you like this. Thank you.